To receive instant notification each time I upload, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification.
Helping you along the way. Helping you to make it through another day. Yeah. Everything you need to know that you never knew, that you need to know. Lockhart Perspective.
I've always been a unique person, you know what I mean? Sort of laid back in a way, but very adamant and very passionate about what I believe. I think a lot of times that sort of throws people off because they don't expect me to have the mindset or the process of thought that I do. And so when you come in to watch my channel, you may hear a myriad of thoughts and ideas that could be different from others. What I want you to do is just sit back, like, share, and subscribe. Well, hello and good morning to everybody. I'm so glad that you are all here today. You see where we are saying, lose your mind. It's time for you to lose your mind. It really honestly is. It's time for all of us to just lose our ever-loving mind. Okay, and you know why? It's time for us to lose our mind because when we lose our mind, we allow Yahweh Shah to take control. And then we can walk this walk that he would have for us to do. Today we are coming from the book of Jeremiah. Jeremiah 2 actually is where we are coming from today. And you know, it's amazing because in my quiet time this morning, while I was praying and reading and a few other things, meditating on the word, this came to me. And you know, there is another version. You know, there's several different versions, but what I'm going to do today is I'm going to read what you see here on the screen would be for you to use. But I don't want to publicize the other version because it may be one that others are not comfortable with. But for that reason, I'm going to read from it. Okay, I'm going to read from it. And as I read from it, I'm also going to interject as the Father would will. All right. So I just need you guys to hear me. Because there's a lot of people right now that feel like, oh my goodness, I just can't handle this. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. And what I want to encourage you today is to lose your mind. Lose your ever-loving mind. I do. I want you to lose it. Because when you lose it and you realize that nothing in your mind and in yourself could ever do you any good, then he can take over. Once you submit to him completely, then he can take over. Yeah, that's right. So we're going to start here in Jeremiah 2, and I'm going to read it as it's written, okay? I'm going to read it as it's written so that there will be no confusion as to where I'm coming from. And remember what we said yesterday. It doesn't matter what side of the fence you sit on, whether you sit on the side of grace or whether you sit on the side of the law or whether you sit on the side. I mean, this is for those who believe in his word. Wherever you are is where I plan to locate you. Is where he plans to locate you. Huh? Right? Right. He's talking to you. He's talking to me. Where we are. So let's get into this. Jeremiah 2. The Lord told me to go to Jerusalem and to tell everyone that he had said. When you were my young bride, you loved me and you followed me through the barren desert. You belonged to me alone, like the first part of the harvest. And I severely punished those who mistreated you. Listen, people of Israel. And I, the Lord, will speak. I was never unfair to your ancestors, but they left me and became worthless by following worthless idols. Your ancestors refused to ask for my help, though I had rescued them from Egypt and led them through a treacherous, barren desert where no one lives or dares to travel. Verse 7, I brought you here to my land where food is abundant, but you made my land filthy with your sins. The priests who teach my laws don't care to know me. Your leaders rebel against me. Your prophets give messages from Baal and worship false gods. I will take you to court and accuse you and your descendants of a crime that no nation has ever committed before. Just ask anyone, anywhere, from the eastern deserts to the islands in the west. You will find that no nation has ever abandoned its gods, even though they were false. I am the true and glorious God, but you have rejected me to worship idols. Tell the heavens to tremble with fear. You, my people, have sinned in two ways. You've rejected me, the source of life-giving water, and you have tried to collect water. You have rejected me, the source of life-giving water, and you've tried to collect water in cracked and leaking pits dug in the ground. People of Israel, you weren't born slaves. People of Yasharal, you weren't born slaves. You were captured in war. Verse 15, enemies roared like lions and destroyed your land. Towns lie burned and empty. Soldiers from Egyptian towns of Memphis and Taphanes have cracked your skulls, and it's all your own fault. You stopped following me, the Lord your God, and you trusted the power of Egypt and Assyria. Your own sins will punish you because it was a bitter mistake for you to reject me. Without fear of punishment, I, the Lord all-powerful, have spoken. Long ago, you left me and broke all ties between us, refusing to be my servant, verse 20. Now you worship other gods and have sex on hilltops or in shade of large trees, verse 21. You were a choice grapevine, but you become a wild, useless vine. Verse 22, the Lord said, people of Yasharal, you are stained with guilt, and no soap can wash it away. You deny your sins, and you say, we aren't unclean. We haven't worshipped Baal. But think about what you do in the Hinnom Valley. You run back and forth like young camels as you rush to worship one idol after the other. You are a female donkey sniffing in the air, wanting to mate with just anyone. You're an easy catch. Your shoes are worn out. Your throat is parched from the running here and there to worship foreign gods. Stop, I shouted, but you replied no. I love those gods too much. You and your leaders are more disgraceful than thieves, and your kings and your priests and prophets worship stone idols and sacred poles as if they had created you and had given you life. You have rejected me. But when you're in trouble, you cry. You cry. You cry to me for help. Go cry to the gods you made. There should be enough of them to save you. Because Yehuda has as many gods as it has towns. Verse 29. The Lord said to Yasharal, you accuse me of not saving you, but you have rebelled. I tried punishing you, but you refused to come back to me. Like a fierce lion, you killed my prophets. I'm going to stop there for just a quick second. I need you to lose your mind. Hallelujah. Glory, 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 glory. I need you to lose your mind because right now you have been running around with the mind of your captor. You have been running around with the mind of the wicked one. We've been running around playing games. Oh, we know him. We say we know him. But he's not forsaken us. We've forsaken him. And when it's convenient, we pick it back up. We pick him back up like he's just some tool. And meanwhile, our children are out here in these streets doing some crazy stuff. Meanwhile, our children are out here picking up habits because we didn't have enough gumption to realize that they were not supposed to be a part of this kingdom and of this system. We kept them where they are because we thought this was home and we behaved contrary to him. Yeah, that's what we did. So I need you to lose the mind that you had. I need you to lose the mind that you've had. If not for you, then what about the next generation that's watching you? You see, they've watched us be hypocrites. They've watched us call on him when we need him. They've watched us tear down the next person standing next to us. They've watched. They've seen. They've heard everything. And they've learned everything they know from us by watching us. We have right now the largest amount of aborted babies in the United States of America, and their blood cries out. Their blood cries out. But it's your children's children. It's people who say that they believe in God that's rushing down there and letting their babies go. Those who say they believe in him. It's you. You're the reason why we're still in our mess. Because there's a body of believers that are going in tow with Pharaoh. There are a body of believers that are moving right in lockstep with the kingdom of darkness. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. It's you. Let me say it to you. It's you. It's me. It's us. It's the body. He's been here all along. And the reason why we see the things that we see going on is because we continue to want to be like Mike. All of us. We want to be like the next guy. He sent people to give us the truth. And I'm talking to the young generation right now because there's been a challenge, especially among the young black people. They have been challenging, saying, well, how come we don't have no good leaders? You guys ain't led us right. I've said on many platforms, other than where you see me, I speak other places. And I've had calls come in where young people will say things like, well, you guys didn't do anything for this generation. We are the way that we are because we, me, I. Here is the whole entire truth. The whole entire truth is when the truth comes to us, we reject it. We want to parcel out the truth. We want to take the truth and we want to pick out what we like and what we don't like, what fits our narrative today and what doesn't fit our narrative today. Well, I'm not lying to you because I tell you one thing. If I lie to you, you'll never be able. If I try to make everybody happy, I'm a liar. Why? Because that means I refuse to speak the truth. That means I can't be trusted. Why? Because I just want to make everybody happy. There's going to be something that's said here that's going to offend, and that's good. Why? Because it comes from him to me, and I got to give it to you the way he gives it to me. And I'm telling you right now, we are the problem. We talk about America and the way that America conducts itself, and yet we are still a part of it. What did he just say? He just got through saying, I did all of this for you. I took care of all of your ancestors, your mama and them, your grandmama and them. Remember me. And look what you're doing. They ain't going to get right. They're never going to get right. Because we are not in order. We're not in order. No, we're not in order. It has to feel good. It has to feel good. It has to feel good. Here is what we need to know. Again, because this was, amazing to me to hear young people say the things that they said, but it was a truthful statement. The things that they had to say were truthful statements, but this is the deal. When truth comes, how do you receive it? When truth comes, how do you receive it? Here in the book of Jeremiah 2, Yah says, I sent you prophets and you killed them. I sent you truth and you stoned them. But you know what they did? Imagine a truth teller coming to give you truth. And you looking at them like, that can't be truth. That can't be the way that it's supposed to look. That can't be. That just can't be. Somebody right now think I'm reading their mind. I'm not reading your mind. This is for you, though. That can't be. Oh, no, that can't be the truth. That's not the way truth's supposed to look. Truth's supposed to look like this. Truth's supposed to look like that. It's supposed to be this way or that way. And you verbally assassinated people. You went around here and verbally assassinated people that he sent to help you, young generation, because you're stiff-necked, but you learned it from us. So let me apologize on behalf of all of us who was cutting up that you was watching. And now that I got that behind us, let me ask you, young people who know so much, what you going to do now? The body is out of order. This nation is where it is because the body has been out of order. Yes, things are supposed to happen. Yes, we know that ad nauseum. We know the scriptures. We know. But because you have not gotten down on your face and laid prostrate before him, we're getting closer to what we are. That's right. That's right. Why? Because he's not only going to just rain down on the unjust, he starts in his own house. So I need you to lose your mind. I need you to take this mind upon you, which is also in Christ Jesus. I need you to take his mind, and I need you to submit to him so that those of us who are trying to do this thing, and all of us don't have to exert extra energy, okay? Trying to cover you, trying to cover him, trying to cover her. I need you to lose your mind. And then I need you to put on his. And then I need you to walk the way he would have you to walk. Yeah, I said that. I need you to walk the way he would have you to walk. Why? Because we need you. Because we are in a battle. And the battle that we are in right now is the same battle. It's just heated up. You know why? Because the enemy has studied you enough. He has studied the body collectively. And because he studied the body collectively, he knows that you're not praying. He knows you're not picking up the Bible. He knows that you're not doing any of those things. So therefore, he can advance. As to where we're supposed to be advancing, we're retreating. We're going on retreats. The very word itself has nothing to do with advancement. It has nothing to do with forging ahead. You go back. You retreat. And that's the reason why he knows he can get at us. He knows he can get at us because he understands our tactics and he knows what we like. He knows what we like. He knows what we like. And so he makes sure he dangles that little carrot in front of you. We ain't got but 5 people in here. And for the 5 people that are here, I want y'all to run and tell that. I want you guys to go ahead and hit that like button if you don't mind. I want you to hit that like button if you don't mind. Because it's that time right now. And if it ain't but 5 or 6 of us in here right now, that's all. It's all good. But it's that time. It is time for us to admonish one another, and we need to get up off the stoop. I need you to lose your mind. Because the weapons of our warfare, they're not carnal. but they're mighty through Yah as to the pulling down of strongholds. And what you're about to experience will not require mamby-pamby, milquetoast type of individuals. What you're about to experience is life-changing. What you personally, sir or madam, are about to experience is going to require that you put on the shield of faith, that you put on your feet and have them shod with the preparation of faith, that you take every bit of your weaponry and that you put it to good use right now. But you've got to humble yourself. We don't need it to be just word service, lip service. We don't need that. What we need for you to do is to lose your mind. Because as you see where Yah was speaking to Israel, he was giving them a hard saying. And he was letting them know, you're upset with me because of all the stuff that's going around you in this place that you're in. Not only did I give you a good place and give you good fruit and give you abundance, but this place that you're in, you became like them. And now you're looking at me like, why is it happening? What's going on? Why don't you do something? You was never supposed to be in that place and of that place. You were supposed to be one. And that is, you can be there, but you're not of it. So you're looking for him to come in and help you stay in the sin you in. That's what you're doing. You're looking for him because now it's too hot. But you know a place where you can go and get peace. You know a place where you can go and get abundance. You know a place where you can go and have everything just okay. And you get over there and you tiptoe and you nudge up against him. You nudge up against him. You nudge up against him. And when you nudge up against him, because he loves you, he pours out that blessing. You take that blessing and you run right back over there to those false gods. Why? Because you've not understood that you need to lose your mind. And you think you're playing. But you're not playing with no one but you. I don't know who I'm talking to. But at about 8 o'clock this morning, something broke while I was praying and while I was studying. Something broke. And where I was, sitting up under that shade tree, I started my car up and I started rushing back to the house. Even the time that this was supposed to come on today, he gave me. So, sister, brother, I don't know who you are, but I do know time is like this. Because I felt it in my knower. Quit playing. I need you to lose your mind. I need you to lose your mind and take his mind. Let this mind be in you, which is also is in Christ Jesus. All of the things that our children are going through right now in schools, all of the things that we see as far as this whole leak that happened with the Supreme Court, all of this stuff and everything that we've ever seen about anybody. We know so much about symbolism. I had some dodo tell me the other day about my background, what's with the one eye. And I said, oh, I don't know. Are you jealous? And the purpose of me saying that is because I wasn't going to go into the fact that people are into such symbolism. It's all about this symbol, that symbol, this symbol, that symbol. Do you got the mark? Do you have his mark? Does he know you? Don't worry about what you see on the screen. You get so nervous and so antsy about picking up all of these little rituals and stuff that the devil got going on that you lose what you're supposed to be picking up. Time is short. Quit playing. Don't worry about this person look like that. Oh, and I think that was a symbol. And I think that was a symbol. Do you have his mark? Do he know you? Do he know you? Because you claim him, but do he know you? For real? If you left here today, where are you going? And what is that based on? What is it based on? You say, oh yeah, I'm going with him. And that's based on what? What's it based on? How do you know you're going with him? How do you know you're going to a place that he prepared for you? How? That's based on what? The fact that you was playing with the mother gods and you didn't think he saw that? I don't know who it's for, but I know it was a heavy burden. It was a heavy burden. I tell you that. It got me to start my car up earlier than I would normally while I'm sitting there under that shade tree, having my little cup of coffee. It got me jumping. Right here, Jeremiah 2. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read it for those who may say, well, I don't read that version. And what version is she reading out of? What version is she reading out of? Jeremiah 2, verse 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Go and cry in the ears of Jerusalem, saying, Thus saith the Lord. There's a semicolon. I remember thee, the kindness of thy youth, the love of thine espousals, when thou wentest after me in the wilderness and in the land that was not sown. Israel was holiness unto the Lord. I'm reading as it's written. And the first fruits of his increase. All that devour him shall offend. Evil shall come upon them, saith the Lord. Verse 4. Hear ye the word of the Lord, O house of Jacob. Jacob? Really? The house of Jacob? Do the math. And all the families of the house of Yasharal. Jacob, he's covering you. He's talking about you. And all the families of Yasharal. Thus saith the Lord, what iniquity have your fathers found in me, that they are gone far from me, and have walked after vanity, and are become vain. Neither, said they, where is the Lord that has brought us up out of the land of Egypt, that led us through the wilderness, through a land of deserts and of pits, through a land of drought and of the shadow of death, through a land that no man passed through, and where no man has dwelt? And I brought you into a plentiful country to eat the fruit thereof and the goodness thereof. But when you entered, you defiled my land, and you made mine heritage an abomination. The priest said not, Where is the Lord? And they that handled the law knew me not. The pastors, or the priests, also transgressed against me, and the prophets prophesied by Baal, and walked after things that do not profit. Wherefore I will yet plead with you, saith the Lord, and with your children's children I plead. For pass over the isles of Shittim, and see, and send unto Kedar, and consider diligently, and see if there be such a thing. Hath the nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods? But my people have changed the glory for that which does not profit. Be astonished, O ye heavens, at this time, and be horribly afraid. Be very desolate, saith the Lord, for my people have committed two evils. First, they forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and hewn them out cisterns, broken cisterns, that can't hold no water, that can't hold any water. Yeah, this is who we are. It's time to come out of her. I need you to lose that old mind, and I need you to allow the Father to live through you and be completely transparent. Be completely transparent. Because somebody is stumbling watching you. Somebody, whoever you are, please. You ain't got to tell me. But whoever you are, somebody is watching you and they're stumbling. They can't get right because you ain't right. Huh? Makes me just want to shake people. It just makes me want to shake the trees and watch all the fruit fall out and then go ahead on, shake. It makes me just want to shake Because see, we have children right now that are going to school and think that they are something that they were never created to be. And they are the children of Yah. They are your kids. And they're going to school and you don't understand how to handle it. You got people who got kids who's out here considering ripping life out of their bodies because they went out here and did some stuff they wasn't supposed to do. Why? Because you was too busy doing you. In order for them to do what they did, there's a piece of you that's in what they did. Share it with whoever y'all think it is if it ain't you. Share it with whoever it is. But I'm going to tell you something. Whoever this is, this burden is so heavy that it is short time. It is short time. He has sent us all kinds of prophets, even in this day and age, especially within the Black community. In the Black community, he has sent us prophet after prophet after prophet. He has sent us mouthpiece after mouthpiece after mouthpiece. We've looked at them, we've judged them, we've thrown them to the side, not listening to any of the wisdom that that person has to say. So you're looking for perfection to come out of people's mouths. And perfection in their life, that's not going to happen. They're not going to be perfect. You're not going to like their eyebrows. Somebody's not going to like the fact that they walk with a limp. Somebody's not going to like the fact that one foot looks a little bit bigger than the other. Somebody's going to talk about the fact that they live in the ghetto. I live in the ghetto. I live in the ghetto. Yes, me. I'm the old lady that lives in the house on the street in the ghetto. That's me. Yeah. It's too heavy. It's too heavy. But I want to be the one that says it right now. I want to be the one that says it right now. Time is short. Whoever it is that's playing, you need to stop. You need to get your life right with him because he sees you, but he loves you. He misses his time with you. He wants to be with you. He wants to love you. He wants to pour everything you need out on you. You have been holding back your own blessings because you're living a double life. You are a double agent. 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 He wants to bless. He wants to bless that child. He wants to bless the one that that's been on your heart. But you're a double agent. You're a double agent. And there's not a lot that can be done without your help. There's not a lot that can be done without your help. It's just two of us in here right now. So of the two that's here, who's still left with me? I see I got two. Let me see who's left. Who's left? Just put a 1 in the chat. Ain't but one person, another person in the chat, and me. So that's us 3. Everybody else done ran. And that's all good. It's all good. But the truth is the truth. The truth is the truth. The truth is the truth. Hey, William. Hey, Rage. Hey, Maureen. Hey, Yvonne Cross. Vine Dresser's Branch. Leaf Desi. I'm here, but I'm trying to let y'all know something. The body is in trouble. We are in trouble. We are in trouble. This has been a battle all along. It has been a battle all along, you guys. And he has given us time after time after time after time after time to get it right. Here in Jeremiah 2, he is reminding us of this. He is reminding us. He said, is Yasharal a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? The young lions roared up upon him and yelled. She's just wasted inhabitants. Her whole entire city is just burned up. Also, the children of Noph and Taphanes have broken the crown of your head. Hast thou not procured this unto thyself, in that thou hast forsaken the Lord thy God, when he led you by the way? He led you by the way. And now, what hast thou to do in the way of Egypt, to drink the waters of Seir? And what hast thou to do in Assyria, to drink the waters of the river? Thine own wickedness shall correct you. Meaning, the dirt you've done is going to fix you, and your backsliding shall reprove you. Know thee therefore and see that it is an evil thing and bitter that thou hast forsaken the Lord thy God, and that my fear is not in you, saith the Lord of hosts. For of old time I have broken your yoke and burst your bands. And thou said, I will not transgress, when upon every high hill and under every green tree you playing the harlot. You playing the harlot. Yet I planted thee a noble vine, wholly right seed, wholly a right seed. How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant and strange vine unto me? For thou wash thee with nitre, and take thee much soap, yet the iniquity is marked before me, saith the Lord. So some of the sin that you in, all of the sin that you in, you can't get rid of it with soap. All the sin you in, you can't get rid of it with soap. There's so much sin that you're thinking, well, I'm just a little dirty. And while you're feeling like you're just a little bit dirty, you cannot get rid of this with soap. Let me tell you how I know that this is an important thing that I'm saying. Because I'm getting so much interference electronically right now. That's how I know that what I'm saying is from the Father. Because of all of the interference that's coming. That's how I know. Okay? That's how I know. That's how I know. Because of the interference. If this was not right, if what I was saying was a bunch of hooligan stuff, hootenanny stuff, just a bunch of garbage, then I'd have a whole pack over here. I'd have a whole bunch of people that just want to hear about what's going on right now. Oh yeah, why? Because people like that. People like that. People like the stuff that helps them stay in folly. But not you guys. Not you guys. You guys are like truth. And whether it's for you personally or for somebody else, you're going to pass this and people are going to be set free. Because this is not coming from me. I honestly have to tell you, I don't like coming down like this. But I do know that right now, there's somebody that you know. Somebody is going through it. Somebody is dealing with this. And it's time for me to wake you up before you're not here. That's how serious it is. That is how serious this is. It is so serious that you need to get your tomorrow together right now today. You need to get your tomorrow together today. That's how serious this is. That's how serious this is. That you need to get your tomorrow together today. I need you to lose your mind. Because see, your mind has led you wrong. My mind has led me wrong. But when we take his mind and we live by his words and we try to please him and we make it a success to please him on a daily basis, when we do that, we lose in our mind. There is no good thing in our mind. None. There is nothing good in our mind. That's the reason why our mind, okay? No, they didn't. They didn't, Sharon. And that's because this is what we need. That's the reason why nobody gets it. Because this is what they need. And I'm not, you know what? I'm not upset about that. I want people to make it. You know what I'm saying, pretty lady? I want people to make it. I want people to be successful in him. Because the time is short. Isn't it better for us to live a time that's short, but be in him? I would much rather. I would much rather be in him and have short time. Okay? Than to be in him, than to not be in him and time run out. That's right, Sharon. That's right. Most assuredly. Most assuredly. And so that's why if you read down here a little bit deeper, you're going to find a whole lot of good stuff in this particular passage. A whole lot of good stuff in this particular passage. It's going to break it all down. It's going to break it down. He says, let me go back on this part. I'm going to go back on my device and finish reading this, because when I read this, it made so much sense because it was put in such plain language. All right, so let's see. This right here is verse 22. But where we stopped on my side, where I was reading, it was verse 29. The Lord said to Israel, now remember, I'm reading another version altogether. The Lord said to Israel, you accuse me of not saving you. Lord, I want you to help me. You didn't come and help me. I've been praying and I've been doing everything. And you know how we get. You know how we get. He said, but you accuse me of not saving you. But I say you've rebelled. I tried punishing you, but you refused to come back. And like fierce lions, you killed my prophets. I sent you help, but you didn't like the way they looked. I sent you help, but you thought that they were supposed to not walk with a limp. I sent you help, and you was looking at the fact that their one eye of his or hers was doing something. I sent you help, but you didn't like the fact that they had maybe 10 pounds over. I sent you help. He said in verse 31, now listen to what I say. Did I abandon you in the desert or surround you with darkness? You're my people. Yet you've told me, well, do what we want, and we refuse to worship you. 32 says, a bride could not forget to wear her jewelry to her wedding, but you've forgotten me day after day. Verse 33 says, you are so clever at finding lovers. You go out a-whoring to each and every, hey, Black Spring, you go out a-whoring to each and every other idol, to every other god. You go out a-whoring. You parcel yourself out. That's what he said. You go out and you just, to everybody. You go worship this God. You go worship that God. You go see what this one's saying. And then you sit there, and because now all of a sudden you're a little bit happy that you've gotten a little bit of something, all right? Now you're waiting for the good part, but the good part don't come because you're attaching yourself to lies. And when we attach ourselves to lies, that's the reason why this nation is in such trouble that it's in right now, because the body has given it fuel to continue to do the things that it does. Those who call themselves the body of quote unquote Christ. Those who call themselves the body of quote unquote Christ. It's our fault. It needed the energy. There's something to be said about mining the energy of man. There's something to be said about your energy, your energy, your energy. You are the body electric, your energy. But you go out and you go to this one, you go to that one. You sit down right there. Get all nice and comfortable. All right. Get your popcorn. All right, and you get ready. Let me come on screen for a second. Yeah, you get ready. You get ready, and you're all there. Okay, we here? Everybody here? We all good? Okay, the movie about to start? Yeah. And you ingest, and you ingest, and you ingest, and you take in more, and you take in more of this world. But you have no idea how much power is in you. And they are loving the power that you got. Because the power that you got, unbeknownst to you, is the power from up on high, and it's even bigger. It's bigger because one can chase 1,000 and two can chase 10,000. So now you got you, and now you done drug your spouse with you. Now, look at that. The same is true that one can chase 1,000 and two can chase 10. Flip-flop method. That's the same amount of power that you give back to the demons and that you give back to the demonic forces. When you take that and you turn it around, flip-flop. Flip-flop everything. Turn it around. If you're not doing the will of your Father, you're taking all of that power because the gifts of Yah are given without repentance. So you're taking all of that power and you're giving it back over there. You're giving it over there. Well, that's what he just got through saying here. He said, you're just like a bride who forgets to put on her dress. She forgets who she is. You don't forgot who you were, Yasharal, Israel. Children of God, you have forgotten who you are. You've forgotten who you are. And because you've forgotten who you are, You don't know that when you walk in a room, the reason why people look at you is because you walk in the authority that's in you, because the gifts of Yah, of God, are given without repentance. You don't fit in that room. You wonder why you don't fit. You're trying to fit, Peter. You're trying to fit. This is the second day we talked about Peter. You're trying to fit, but you don't fit. And you're out of order. And the reason why everything is out of whack and out of balance is because the salt is losing its savor day by day by day. You are the salt and you're losing your savor. You are the salt and you're losing your flavor. You're losing your effectiveness. You're losing it. Why? Because you're out of order. You're out of order. So I don't think it's strange. Don't think it's strange. Here he's telling us in Jeremiah 2. Jeremiah 2, he says, 32, he says, a bride could not forget to wear her jewelry to her wedding, but you have forgotten me day after day. Think about that. Think about that. A bride would not forget to wear her jewelry. So what does that have to do with him? Because he is your banner. He is your covering. He lets the world know that lets the world know you belong to him. You shouldn't take his name in vain. You know what that means? That means that just like he just described the wedding, you taken him and you said that he is yours. Now you've taken his name, but it has no effect, because even though you've taken his name, you still running around here trying to be like the world. You're still running around here trying to match up with the United States. You're still running around here trying to use their laws to get what you need out of the kingdom, and it doesn't work like that. You're still saying that you belong to the kingdom, and yet you are looking for the laws of this world to make everything right for you because you're still attached to the world. So what he's telling you is, right here, you're supposed to belong to me. But you don't belong to me. In your mind, you think you belong to me, and that's why I need you to lose your mind. Because as long as you're running around here thinking you belong to me, you don't. You belong to this world. But since we had a relationship and you are in a backslidden state, like it says here, you're in a backslidden state, I'm married to you. It's the same thing when you look at how the man of Yah literally had to marry Gomer, a prostitute. And if you go further down here in the passage of Jeremiah where I'm reading, it's going to tell you something. That the prostitutes could learn a couple of things from her. That's what he's saying about the body. That you done played this game out so much, running over here, running over here, running over here. Oops, I'm in trouble. Yeah. Oops, I'm in trouble. God. I'm in trouble. God. Come help me. Oh, God, you gonna cry wolf. One time too many, brother or sister. Whoever he got me up from my study time to come and tell this, you gonna cry wolf one time too many. Oh. Huh? So we see here, Jeremiah 2, verse 33. You are so clever at finding lovers. Remember, I'm reading a different version. You are so clever at finding lovers that you could give lessons to a prostitute. Verse 34, you killed innocent people for no reason at all. This part right here is the part where I'm saying that everybody is up in arms about the leaked document. Okay, everybody's up in arms about the leaked document. But yet and still, we got people who say that they believe in our Father running around here having sex as a sport and then dropping off what they've done, and I'm being very clean here, okay? Dropping off what they've done to be later placed in incendiaries. You do the math of what I'm trying to say. You can't tell me that you're upset about the fact that people are now going out to up in arms about it when your secret is you paid for one, sir. This is not for the novice today. Whatever he got me on today, love you guys dearly, but I got to be obedient. Because if I come here and I try to make everybody happy with this, what I'm trying to give you right now, I'm a liar. Somebody not going to like this. Sir, you paid for that to happen because you had to cover up your sin. You paid for it. So when you sit here on one side of your mouth and you say, look what this world is doing. Oh, look, they all upset because they're going to reverse Roe v. Wade. Well, this is just a shame. These people need to go sit down. Sir, what about the money you put out your pocket that your wife don't know about? Young man, what about the money that you pay to have that very same thing done? But you get up and you say you believe him. I'm sorry, y'all, but it's got to be said. We are the reason why the United States is in the crap that it's in right now. Why? Because if my people who were called by my name, just humble yourselves and pray. But in order for you to humble yourselves, you got to be submitted to him. And I submit that you ain't submitted to him if you're not doing it his way. You got to live by his word. You have to. You got to come out from among her. Don't think it's strange that the school systems is teaching what they're teaching. It's their system. But you do have a problem if you are allowing that mindset to stay in your home instead of rising up with holy boldness, with separated boldness, with sanctification and saying, not in my house. If you're not in a situation where you can homeschool, there has to be a delineative line. This talk today is for us to get it together. There has to be a delineative line. We cannot be in the world and of the world if we're not of Babylon. Now, if you are Babylon and everything I'm saying to you sounds like this is something that you should be doing, if you go out here and you have sex as a sport, and then after that, you decide you don't want it, and now it's off with their heads, literally, and if that's what you do, if you are a Baal, go right on ahead and do you, boo-boo. But if you say that you have the mark of Yah on your life, if you say that, then I'm admonishing you today to get it together. It's not too late. You still have breath, because 10 minutes ago, I just told you that for somebody, it's a very short window. It's a very short window. We can't play anymore. For people who want to sound all philosophical, well, I don't believe in this. Well, I don't believe in that. Well, good luck. For your sake, I hope you're right. The same for you. But I do want to tell you that if you ever knew him and you turned your back on him, it's for you. See, a hit dog will holler. A hit dog will holler. Well, I believe in this philosophically, and I believe in that philosophically, and I don't believe that there could be anything that ever... Take all of that and go somewhere. Because the truth is that somebody been praying for you. And I'm talking to that old school person. You got a granny or an auntie or somebody who been calling your name out. I'm going old school right now. You got an auntie, or you got a grandmama, or you got a friend in your family, or somebody that's been literally saying, I want him to get back to who he used to be. I need him to get back to be who he used to be. Oh, they're confessing the word. And look here. There are some people that you would just discount because they old country and just ghetto, or old country and redneck. But you're going to throw them to the side. Why? Because they don't speak with this high tongue. But you know what? It's that same person who's going down and calling your name out so that it reaches the Father's ears because you're in trouble. I'm spending an hour on somebody I don't know because you mean something to him. You mean something to him. He said he would, that none would perish, but that all would come into the knowledge of the truth. He would that none would perish, but that all would come into the knowledge of the truth. But he loved you. While you was here, you was supposed to be a bad dude. Hey, look here, y'all. Like I said, I'm just a little old grandmother that live in the middle of the ghetto. Okay? I ain't rich. I ain't nobody. I'm not Joyce Myers. I'm not Marilyn Hickey. I ain't nobody. But I know what I ain't. I ain't gonna be disobedient. I ain't gonna be disobedient. I ain't hardly got no friends right now, baby. So it don't hurt me to be real and honest with you, honey. Okay? I ain't got two nickels to rub together, sweetheart. So I ain't got nothing to lose. But what I do know is, if he told me to tell you, and you don't grab a hold of this here, I can't say nothing else. I can't do nothing else. Yah, see you to it. That's all I got. I ain't got no more. I gotta be obedient. I gotta say what he say to say it. And when the Ruach HaKodesh lets up, I got to let up or I'll be in flesh. And I'm not gonna do that. So I'm going to tell you guys exactly what we always say here on any of the Felicia Lockhart publications, and that is that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of the Most High. You guys take care of yourselves first, because if you don't take care of you first, ain't nobody else around you gonna be all right, because you are the nucleus to this thing. Take care of yourselves first, and then please take care of one another. And until we see each other again, please continue to be blessed. I've always been a unique person, you know what I mean? Sort of laid back in a way, but very adamant and very passionate about what I believe. I think a lot of times that sort of throws people off because they don't expect me to have the mindset or the process of thought that I do. And so when you come in to watch my channel, you may hear a myriad of thoughts and ideas that could be different from others. What I want you to do is just sit back, like, share, and subscribe. To receive instant notification each time I upload, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification.
Helping you along.